YouTubers, C-King180 here once again with another edition of Guns of Rotan, Oklahoma edition. So if you didn't notice in my last video that I posted, I'm no longer in Rotan. I am no longer on that lease. I'm in a new spot up in Oklahoma and it's beautiful. It's very hot right now despite it being winter, I should say. So anyway, I've got another gun for y'all. Now this is a new gun. I've never shot this one on YouTube or even uploaded it to YouTube before. So some of you might recognize this one, some of you may not. This is a nice little weapon. So here we are. Anybody recognize this guy? Okay, well for those not familiar, this is the Winchester model of 1907 semi-automatic rifle chambered in the proprietary cartridge 351 WSL or Winchester self-load, sometimes just called the 351 Winchester. It's a 180 grain soft point bullet, and it is a proprietary round, meaning it was only made for one gun, this one. The model 1907 itself was only ever chambered in 351. So one gun, one one caliber, okay? Now there were other variants of this, the Winchester model 1910, 1905, and 1903, each with its own proprietary cartridge. The 1907 is probably one of the more well-known and more popular ones, and I say this, kind of bite my lip a little, probably the easiest, not terribly easy to find the ammo for. You can find more 351 than you can for the model 1910, which uses the even more rare 401. And we're talking like factory non-reloads. So let's get down to brass tacks. This particular gun is very interesting. It was developed in 1907. It was developed with the big game hunter, North American big game hunter in mind. It was around the turn of the century when semi-automatic weapons were really starting to kind of get out there. Now, this particular one is unlike any semi-automatic that some have ever seen. So what's interesting about it is you look at it and you see this guy right here, and then you see this guy right here. I'll explain what both items are. So starting with this is your takedown screw. You press down on this button, and as you're pressing down, you unscrew this. When it flows freely, the gun will basically break apart, and you can get it quick access for cleaning. Now, this up here looks like a cleaning rod, right? Nope. This is actually how you chamber it. You push down on it, you see your breech open, and then you release it. Just like that, and that's how it fires. And then you just pull the trigger until you're basically out of ammunition. Now, I'm not gonna go into huge detail for this because this is a shooting video, really good historical video. Check out C&Rsenal. They have a whole video about this gun, and I'm talking it's an hour and a half long. So watch that if you really want to get down into the history. This is a shooting video, so that's what we need to get down to. So first and foremost, when these are manufactured, they were only manufactured with these 5-round magazines. 5 rounds of 351, because North American big game hunter was the target audience in mind. Now, if 5 was considered a bit too, it wasn't considered a bit too little light on the ammo load, well, you have the option of getting a nice little fat stack 10-round magazine. Now, I would like to point out that they did make factory 10 rounds. This is not one of them. I cannot find a factory 10 round, at least not within my price range. This is a reproduction, and so far I've had really good luck with it. But for shooting sake videos, we're just gonna do the 5 round. So, let's get down to it. Magazine goes in, okay? Gun is on safety, okay? Pull your plunger back and release. Gun is now hot and ready to fire. All right, weapon is hot, safety's off, we're ready to go. All right, weapon is empty. That was 5 rounds of 351. To best describe that cartridge, think of it as a 35 Remington, but just a little bit under that. So there you go. You know what, just for the hell of it, let's go ahead and do the 10 rounder. Go ahead and get that out the way. So this does have the breech on this can be locked open. If you actually put your hand on it and twist when you push it down and you twist it and rotate it, it'll actually lock the breech open. And one thing I forgot to do, and I'm gonna get shit for this, is I forgot to put in my ear protection. I unfortunately left my earplugs at camp, so we're just using some 45 automatic rounds. And they work great because they cover the ear completely. So let's go ahead and do our 10 rounder. Now this is aftermarket, so it's fidgety sometimes. So you gotta kind of work with it a little bit. Now we're gonna twist it. All right, so it's chambered. Let's see how well this bad boy works. Oh, we have a jam. Here we go. Another jam. Oh, bad jam. Okay. Nope, no jam. We're just out of ammunition. So there you have it. The Winchester model of 1907 351, 5 and 10 round. Absolutely amazing and fun gun to shoot. So stay tuned. I will have more videos when I can get them out, but I thought it was time for a new one as well. Y'all keep it real.